assignments on a per class basis. Let's start in the We space. Here are all the teams I'm a part of. I want to filter for classes to make it a bit easier to find what I'm looking for. And there it is, my English 10A class team. Now, I need to be in the general channel to find my assignments in teams. So I'll click into assignments. You'll see 3 sections here. Drafts, these are assignments I'm working on that aren't quite ready to be assigned yet. And then there's assigned. These include assignments that need to be reviewed or that are still scheduled to be sent out at a later date. Then there's returned. Assignments are returned when all of them have been returned to students after being graded. If a student turns in additional work after it's returned, the assignment will appear back in your assigned list to notify you that there's work you still need to do. All right, so let's create a new assignment. You can see I'm given 3 options here: assignment, quiz, which uses Microsoft Forms, or from existing, which is just like it sounds, creating an assignment from one you've already done in the past. Let's create a new one. Let's create a character analysis essay. I want to call out categories because it's a really helpful way to organize your work. Educators can organize by units, projects, or subjects. We'll use a type of work here, so essay, and I'll fill the instructions out quickly. Now I'll click Add Resources. Here you can attach additional documents or links to your assignment. You can create a new file or OneNote notebook page as part of the assignment. I'm going to choose a pre-existing class notebook page. You will need to have a OneNote class notebook already set up to do this. There's a link that shows you how to do that in the description below. I'm going to place this in my content library, which is a section that students can pull copies from into their own personal notebooks for me to review later. And here it is, the character analysis essay. Now I need to choose where I want this to show up in my students' binders. This is homework. Now on to points. I can add a simple point amount for this assignment, say 100 points, or I can add a rubric. There are a few different options here. If you want to see how to create a rubric, there's a link below walking you through those steps. I'll choose a pre-existing rubric. This looks good to me, so I'll attach it. Assign. So this is where I can choose which classes to assign this essay to. I can choose my English 10A, or I can select any other class. I can also select which students I want to assign this to. The default here is all students, which works fine for me. Now, to due date. I'll change it to 7 a.m. for a morning delivery and set the due date for about a week out. Now here's where I can schedule this assignment to be sent out at a future date. Let's say I don't want to hit my students with this right away when they get back from the weekend, so I'll send it out on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. That looks good. I'll click Done quickly. You'll see up above here that the Assign button changes to Schedule, just to make it clear that this assignment isn't going out right away. Let's change this back. I'll unclick that. Okay, due date set to Monday the 14th, that's fine. Now close date. This basically allows me to close this assignment so there aren't any late turn-ins. I can also set it for a date after the due date in case I do want to allow for late turn-ins for less points. I won't use that feature for this assignment though, so I'll click Done. And now Assign. You'll see Character Analysis Essay pops up in my assigned list of work. If I click into my newly created assignment, I'll be able to track which of my students has viewed or turned in their homework, and I can leave feedback and give points. I can also review work I've already returned to my students, and here's a pretty cool feature. If I click the ... up in the top right, I can use Student View to make sure everything looks all right. You'll see Immersive Reader works right within the assignment. And one last thing, to view all of your assignments across all of your classrooms, just click over here in the Me space. And here you'll see all of your assignments across all your classes in one place. But that's it. That's how to create an assignment in Microsoft Teams.